So the other day I was sat there, some guy comes through on the chatbot for 1M International, and he's talking about joining, and he thinks it's a great idea. And I just said, look, I'll send you through in a minute. I'll go and have a chat with you on WhatsApp and whatnot. But first of all, just to check, how old are you? He said, I'm 16. I was like, look, okay, you can't join, but in the future you'll be able to save up your money, and when you're ready, come on in. He says to me, what do I do between now and then to make sure I've got the money and make sure I'm in a great position to use 1MI properly? And I was like, here's the thing. It's not what you do, it's what you don't do. Okay? The list of what you don't do is 100 times bigger than what you do. Right? And what I mean by that is I've been telling you guys for years, do the same 3 to 5 things on repeat for 3 to 5 years. And to simplify it, do the same 5 things on repeat for 5 years. And then don't do about 1 million fucking things. Okay, and the advice that I gave him, and I screenshotted it and sent it to my friend because we actually thought it was a really good line, was that don't go and spend loads of money on a woman that you won't end up marrying. That was pretty much the crux of it. Don't go and waste loads of money on a woman that you won't end up marrying. And this is what people do. This is why so many men go wrong, is success and setting your life up in a great way is actually very, very simple. Now, that is not for any second me saying that success is easy, because I do hate it when people do that. And so I'm just checking everything's working. I do hate it when people do that. It irritates me when people say success is easy, because it isn't. But I'll tell you what is easy is the simple formula laid out in front of you for getting from A to Z. Okay, it shouldn't be as complicated as people make it. Like, if you just woke up every day and said, what are the 5 things that I need to do on repeat to get to my end goal? What are the 80-20 rules? What's the one thing by Gary Keller, the book that I always talk about? What's the one thing I can do every day that will get me from A to Z? That'll start my journey, complete my journey, and put me in a fantastic position and give me everything that I've ever wanted. Here's the 5 things. I'm going to write everything down. And then I'm just going to pick the top 5. I'm going to do them very well. I'm going to do them on repeat every day. And I'm not going to stop until I get some serious results. Okay. Now, everything else is surplus to requirements, right? So you don't work on it. But then you've got this third list. You've got this third list. And this is what gets people. This is what messes every guy up. Is you're doing, Dan Pena calls it, and I remember hearing this video 10 years ago. He said everybody trods on their own dick. Doesn't matter what they do, what you give them, what tools you give them, you will find a way to trod on your own dick, and you will find a way to mess it all up. And I'll give you some perfect examples. Everything is going fantastically. You're an intelligent guy. You go to university. You're doing really well. You're getting good grades. You've got loads of money in the bank. You've saved it up. You've been working a bar job. Everything's going great. And then one night out, you go and do some drugs. You get in a fight. You punch a girl in the chin. She drops to the floor. Now you're in prison for 8 years. Right? And it's like, it didn't actually matter what you did. It's what you shouldn't have done. It's always what you shouldn't have done. Okay, another story. Guy is on his road to success. He's doing really well. He's making 80 grand per year from his own business. Things are going fantastically. And he goes, do you know what? I'm going to get married. And then he says, do you know what? She really wants kids. Let's have kids. Okay, lo and behold, twins pop out. So now he's sat there with 2 kids and he's married. Then she goes, do you know what? I'm not really feeling this. I think I was too young. It was a bit silly. We rushed into it. I think we should go our separate ways, and I don't want to be with you anymore. So she takes 60% of everything that he worked for, and now he's paying child support for the next 18 years for 2 kids. They're still his, but he's not seeing them anymore, and he has to go and find another woman. Now he's stressed. Now no other woman really wants him because she's like, well, you got kids and I'm trying to look for somebody that I can build with. It's not really my thing. So now he's depressed, he's down, his life's gone nowhere. He's really pissed off with everything. And you just think to yourself, buddy, you had the whole world lined up in front of you and you fucked the whole thing up because you decided to just jump an opportunity too soon. You decided to marry the first woman that came along. You got to 27, as I always say, the most dangerous age is 27, and you just said, she's pretty, she'll do. Let me settle down, go and have some kids with her, get married. Oh shit, 3 years later she's divorced me, she causes me massive headaches. I'm paying for these kids. I don't even get to see them anymore. My divorce lawyer's costing me $500 an hour. I'm stressed out of my mind. The business is going down. I'm starting to lose my hair. I feel tired as hell. I can't meet anybody else because I've got kids. I can only be with a woman who's got her own kids, but I don't want to take on someone else's. One simple decision, meeting her, has just ruined your entire life. You got to be so careful. So careful. Let's give you another example that so many guys can relate to. You maybe have a business that's going well, and we'll do a few 9-to-5 job examples as well, but you have a business that's going really well. Let's say you are making 6 figures a year, and profit-wise, after tax, everything, maybe you're pocketing 60, and you're thinking, do you know what, I'm okay here, I'm smashing it, let me go and get a supercar on finance. Okay, you tie yourself into $1,000 a month, parking's $250, insurance, everything included is about $2,000, and you say, I can afford it, I'm making good money. Okay. And then you say, do you know what, I'm gonna upgrade my apartment. I wanna be an impressive guy, I want people to think I'm successful, and I'm gonna go and drop 10K on a watch because I think I deserve it. Yeah, I've only got like 20K left in the bank, but I'm gonna have another good year next year. It's not gonna be a problem. I'm making 6,000 per month, and my life's only costing me 4. I'm $2,000 up. It's better than a lot of my friends. I'll be fine. Business just doesn't go as planned next year. Everything's fading a little bit. Now you're breaking even. You're just living month to month. Then you have to maybe take a loan to keep the lights on, and a year later the business has dropped even more. Now you're in debt. Your bills are too high. You end up getting rid of the car. The last payments, it takes you ages to pay them off. You don't even have the car and you're making the last payments. That's how bad it gets. Then you have to move out of your place. You have to move back in with your parents, and you end up, maybe you can sell the watch, maybe you can't if you've got the paperwork, but you're still paying for it every single month or whatnot, depending on how you managed to get it. If you paid for it in cash, then yeah, you sell it on, but you don't get the full value for it. And you're just sat in a situation where, do you know what? All the things that I bought, I've had to give back and I've lost money on them. And now you're sat there with a failing business that's in debt. You're back at home with your parents. It's 4 years later, and you just made some terrible decisions. And this is what I keep trying to tell you guys. It's not what you do, it's what you don't do. Okay? You could be having the most perfect life ever. You're a high flyer in a 9-to-5 job. You're smashing it. You work in one of these financial buildings. They put you on 6 figures a year and say, we're going to put you on the career path to take over from the MD, from the CEO. We can see your path mapped out in front of you. You're going to be a mega success. You're the best young talent we have in this company. We see you going to the moon. Oh my God, my life's in front of me. You come into the Christmas party. Yeah, I am. It should be fun. You're on top of the world. Testosterone's high. Energy's high. You've just come out of the gym. You're like, I'm the fucking man. You just bought a new suit and a watch because you're one day going to be CEO. You're the company favorite. And while you're there, you try and kiss one of the girls that works at the company, and you get a little bit handsy and you get a little bit drunk. And then she slaps you, reports you. Monday morning, you're in the office and you're getting fired for sexual harassment. Do you guys see what I mean? Every single movie that you have ever watched, the character fucks it up. I used to turn movies off. Right, so I used to watch movies like Jumper, and when I know it's a bad example, but when he robbed the bank and he had all the money and he took the girl to Italy, I used to just turn it off because I knew what was coming next. Like, I'd seen the film in full before, but like when it was at its peak of the story, I just turned it off because I was like, why fuck it up? Why go and do the stupid thing now? It's at the peak that it could ever be at. I'm like, nice, that's where I'd want my life to be. Beautiful woman in Rome, loads of money, life's going well, fantastic, let's turn it off. Why ruin it from here? But that's what people do. That's what, if you study history, you're a smart person, because anybody who's ever looked at history will know that every single kingdom that has ever been destroyed tried to overexpand. They got to a point where they just went, we've got everything that we'll ever need, everything's perfect, let's go for more. And they just stretched it too far, or the king died and handed it down to his kids. This is always the situation. Handed it down to his 3 sons, 2 sons, whatever. And then there was infighting. So there was civil war and the 2 sons couldn't agree on who was the actual leader and it always happens and it just fucks everything up. And it's like, guys, we had an amazing situation here. You could have had half the kingdom, you could have had half, but guess what? Everyone gets greedy, they start infighting and the whole kingdom goes to shit and both of them die. And it's just like, it's the same every time. It's what you don't do. If you can just pick the same 5 things on repeat, do them every day and have a relatively boring life and just say, I'm not going to go and do something stupid. I'm not going to go and do a skydive while I'm on the way to success. I've just become a billionaire. Let me go and do a bungee jump where somebody could easily sabotage me. It's just like, are you fucking stupid? Like, you're on your way to massive success and you think, do you know what? I've never visited Somalia. It's like, don't go. Are you fucking stupid? Like, this is what people do. They just go and do stupid shit. I'm going to drive my car at 200 miles per hour. I've only had 3 drinks. And it's like, oh my God, man. Like, it's just, you know, in a horror movie when somebody hears a noise upstairs and you're like, don't go up. Just call the police. Just call the police. Why are you going to go up with a baseball bat, like stepping around the corner? That's what you guys are doing. You're tiptoeing around the corner with a baseball bat when all you have to do is go, let me just use my brain for a second. There's somebody upstairs in my house. Can you come and see who it is? See ya. Do you know what I mean? Just go and get out of the house until the daylight comes up and just call the police and then come back in the morning. Like, okay, now I'm alive. Best case scenario. Like, I don't understand why nobody has this mindset. People always say to me, you should be married with kids by now. And I'm like, it's just allowed me to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. It's just freed me up. I have basically no risk. The only risk in my life is like how expensive this place is per month. And it's not crazy. It's only £600 more than the average in the UK, in London. And it's not really that bad, and we double it up as business, and I double it up for filming here, and it's just like, that's the only thing I've really ever taken on. I don't have a car anymore. I've been wearing the same clothes for like the last year or so. I've probably spent £200 on clothes in the last 6 months, which kills me, because I love to buy clothes. I actually, I love fashion, but you just do what you have to do while you have to do it. And you have loads of money come in, and you're sat there, and instead of going, now I'm going to upgrade my lifestyle, now I'm going to spend loads on expensive shit, you go, just don't do that. Just it's more about what you don't do than what you do. You know, don't go and spend 50k in 3 years at 21 to for example, let's just say from 21 to 30, you date this woman and she's a bit materialistic and you end up spending 100k in a 9-year period, and then by 31 she leaves because you're not as rich as she thought you were going to be. She goes off with another guy, and it's like, that's 100 grand you could have invested in something. That's 100 grand that could have been put into something, and now it's worth a lot more. Like, what the hell have you done? And it's just more about what you don't do than what you do. Your list of what you should do, I'll try and bring up something on screen to visualize it. But what you should do is about that big. What you don't do is like that. It should be enormous. The list should be massive. You should just wake up every day and go, I got 5 things to do, I'm going to do them well. And it could just be gym. It could just be 4 things that you do in your business every day. You check your emails, maybe you create content. It's just top of my head. Obviously, it's different for everybody. Maybe you have a call with a bunch of clients and you seek investment. You just do that until the cows come home. You just do that until you go, okay, the business is in a better position. What are the 1 or 2, 3 things that I can focus on every day that get me in a better position? What can I do that is just a good use of my time? Why am I wasting my time on everything else? Why am I trying to be the guy with the supercar, with the nice house, with the beautiful woman, with everything, with the clothes, with this, with that, with this, with that, when I could just be the guy who just does 1 or 2 things very well and just does them for a long period of time, and then you can add everything in afterwards? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you, if you've got loads of haters in your hometown and you go on a night out and you have a few beers and you get in a fight, then you're a fucking idiot. Don't go out. Just don't go out. Go and do something classier. Go and do something higher level. Go and do something like, I don't know, like the Barcelona VIP tickets we just added to 1MI, or go to the house in Granada with 1MI. It's £195 per month now. You just pay that and then you get to go, like, it's brain dead. Like, why would you not do something like that rather than go out with your mates and go and get drunk and go and get in a fight, and life's going well and you go and get some random stranger pregnant because your ego kicked in and you're like, oh, I haven't had a woman in a while, I hope she likes me. It's like every moment of every day, every time you're about to make a decision, just know how emotional you are. What are you at? Are you at a 1 in terms of, I'm suicidal, she just broke up with me? Or are you at a 10 where you're like, oh my God, I've just made 100k, my life's amazing, I'm gonna go and buy a Ferrari? Be at a 4 to 6 all the time. I would just call it like meh. Just be there all day, every day. Just like, if you're on a high, if you're on a low, let it fade, take the day off if you have to. Next day, wake up, go back to normal, and then get on with your life. I've always said to you guys, it's not your money until it's your money. It's around about a 1-year delay, sometimes 2, but everything you do, there should be a year's delay. So let's say you become a millionaire, just kind of sit on it for a year and just live your normal life for a year and just see how you feel next year. Because if you start going, oh my God, I'm a millionaire, I've never been a millionaire at Christmas, I've never been a millionaire for summer, maybe I could take some holidays this year. It's going to drive you nuts, okay? Just have a year of calm all the time. I was saying to my friend recently, just picture the Carlo Ancelotti thing. You know, when he's like turns around, he said to her, he's like, calm down. Because he's a man in his 60s, he gets it. A man in his 60s is like, okay, I've been here before, calm down, the job's not done yet. That's how a lot of you should be behaving. Like I've always said to you, be a 40-year-old in your 20s. That's a big reason why, because you see these statistics of like married men are more successful than anybody else. And there's so many factors to that. I mean, it's like they're more successful. It's not. They've got it the wrong way around. Women just want to be with successful men, or men with ambition that are showing potential. Do you know what I mean? Men with kids are more successful. It's like, well, no, it's the same thing again, but also men with kids are probably older, which means they've had more time to become successful and stuff like that. However, one thing that I will tie success to when it comes to family, and my football team, Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, the manager, promotes this massively, as do the club. Any player that they sign, they're heavy on, do you have a long-term girlfriend or a wife? Are you looking to get married? Do you want kids? Are you family orientated? Because they know that if you're the type of player or human who wants to stay in on a Saturday night, wake up Sunday morning and do something nice with their kids, if you're the type of guy who doesn't want to be in the newspaper, who wants to live a low-key life, who wants to stay fit and healthy, go to bed early, you have dependents, you have one woman in your life, you're not running around going crazy in the nightclub spending money, then you're probably going to be a good player, you're probably going to have a good career, because you're going to be disciplined, you're going to be locked in. And I found that in my own life. Every time you have a girlfriend, you stay in. You're not chasing where's the next date coming from, where you're not flashing the cash as much. You're just keeping it to yourself, and you're like, I'll save it for when I see my woman. I'll save it for when we want to go out for food. Like, I'll see her in a month's time. Let me just lock in and let me just get this work done. And then when I see her, we'll be in a much better position. And you also have somebody to do it for. You also have somebody to strive for. Like, it's me and you doing this together. Let's build something great. We've got a future ahead of us. That keeps you disciplined. But the wrong woman can take your money. The wrong woman can cost you a bomb. Having kids at the wrong age can bankrupt you. It's not that the kids are gold diggers. The kids are 3 years old. They need feeding. What choice do you have? For example, I said earlier, this place is costing me, I'll just say it's $2,800 per month, right? Which isn't crazy, to be honest. It's quite a good deal. It's actually a really good deal for London and what it gives me. But I'm filming here. I'm hosting meals here, as you guys have seen for One in My. We have private chefs come in and stuff like that. I can do a podcast behind me. I can do interviews, which I'm looking to do soon. You've got all of that available. A guy who's got a kid, that's probably plus rent, the exact same cost. Okay, which is a benefit to his life. Of course it is. Like, having a child is a plus in life. But then you look at it and you go, well, that's not going into the betterment of the business. Is it going into the betterment of your life? Of course, it's a beautiful thing. But early on, it's not necessary. Do you see what I mean? Early on, it's not necessary. And I will stress again, I'll end the video on this so I don't keep repeating the same points, but it's less about what you do and more about what you don't do. That is the quote unquote secret to success.